Okay, Ethan, this is a very, very simple tutorial of how Metal Gear Solid works, like gameplay and control wise. So, this is Metal Gear Solid. You play a Solid Snake, and the premise of the game is that a terrorist group called Foxhound, which branched off from the Foxhound that Snake used to work with, which I think you already know about, uh, has a Metal Gear on their hands, and you're on an island in Alaska, and they're threatening to launch a nuke on the White House if they don't get the remains or the corpse of Big Boss within 24 hours. So Snake was pulled out of retirement, and now he needs to get in, stop them and stuff. So here are like the controls and the basic gameplay. So if you hold the left trigger like I'm doing right now, your items pull up. Now, this is your telescope, which you can use to zoom in and out of things. I don't really use that all that often. You don't get the bandana until you beat the game once. That's basically just a thing that you equip that gives you unlimited ammo. Don't worry about that. Rations are very important. When you have rations equipped, that means that when Snake's health bar completely depletes, then he can eat rations, and then he'll basically survive. Think of it as like a totem of undying from Minecraft, basically. Cigarettes, don't smoke those because Snake's health will actually start depleting. So you use the left stick to move Snake around. Use the D-pad too, but the left stick is much easier. Uh, if you press circle 3 times, then Snake performs a 3-hit combo. And basically, if you do that on a guard enough times, then a guard will actually stay knocked out. Now, he'll wake up eventually, but it's good to knock him out. If you sneak up behind a guard and press square behind them, or hold square, then you can put them in chokehold. Then if you keep on mashing square, you can actually break their neck and kill them. Now, I wouldn't get used to killing guards because in other Metal Gear games, you actually get punished for killing people and stuff. You'll find that out later. Oh crap. Okay, so that was a puddle I just stepped in, and he heard the sound of the me stepping on a puddle. So now I'm over here hiding behind the wall. So to hide behind a wall, basically all you gotta do is you just run up against the wall, and then you just hold up against it, and Snake will go into this viewing position. Instead of top down, you just gotta hold against the wall, then you can shimmy from left to right. Now, circle does a 3-hit combo, and square does the chokehold. If you press X, Snake will crouch and stand up. So you can go up to a wall, you can crouch or stand up against the wall. Crouch or stand up, you can do that. So you would need to crouch in situations like, oh, there's a box, and if you stay completely stood up, then they'll still see you. But if you crouch behind the box, then they won't see you, just like that. So you do that, you press X. Now, if you press and hold triangle, you can enter the first-person view. Now, you won't need to do this much because you're in easy mode. But first-person view essentially just lets you see what's ahead of you. But since you have the radar, you shouldn't need to do that too often. But I mean, maybe you could use the first person view, and to do that you just hold triangle to see what's ahead of Snake. Now here's what the radar does. In the top right corner you can see the radar. So the red little dots on the radar are the enemies, and the blue little cone is their field of vision. So there's a guard that patrols this hallway right here, and when he comes back, I'll just wait for him to come back. When he comes back, he won't be able to see me from all the way out here, but as he gets closer, his field of vision gets closer to me as well. So eventually, he'll spot me. But it's a PS1 game. Look at this guy. I'm directly in front of him, but he didn't see me because his field of vision, as you see in the top right corner, was not overlapping where Snake was. So now I'm gonna perform some of the combos on the enemies. Again, you can see I stepped in the puddle over there. You can see in the first person view, and the guy heard my footsteps, so he came over to check. Now I'm just gonna, oh god. Okay, so when you get caught, there's an alert mode. And to get out of the alert mode, first of all, your radar completely disables. To get out of it, you just need to hide again. Just hide and don't get seen for a while. Then you enter evasion mode. Just stay completely unseen. I'm going to crawl under this. To crawl, you just got to crouch and then move anywhere, and then Snake will crawl. Over here, I got another ration, so that's good. So I'll just do it again. I'll just crawl underneath here. And they won't be able to see me. Now, I'm only able to do this in Metal Gear Solid 1 because the AI was really, really stupid. But in the later Metal Gear games, they'll like check, underneath if Snake is there and stuff. So here's one more thing you can do. When Snake is pressed up against a wall like this, if you press circle, he can knock against the wall, and then he'll lure the enemy over, and the enemy will check over like, oh, what was that noise? So now I'm going to sneak up behind him and hold square and put him in a chokehold. Oh, that was actually a somersault slam that you can do. So I put him in a chokehold and I just broke his neck. So to do a somersault like slam, like a suplex almost, you got to run up to a guard and then hold square, or just press square by running up to them. You got to run up to them, press square, and then Snake will flip them over his head. Now, this won't incapacitate them, but it will, what'll it do? It'll, keep them down for a minute. You could do it again, and then I think if you do it twice, then they get knocked out. Let me test it on one of these guys. I'll just test it on this guy up ahead. So that was a somersault. And then you do one more, I think, then they get knocked out. Yeah, you can see there are stars over his head, so he got knocked out. I don't recommend doing that because, you're doing a somersault, you're going in really loud, really, you're just barging in, so you're basically guaranteeing that you're going to start the alert phase. So those are the basics, essentially. I'll just perform a 3-hit combo and then a chokehold on one of these guys. Again, for the most part, I just suggest sneaking around them, just like not dealing with them at all. So I'll just walk up to this guy. I'll put him in a chokehold, and now I'm mashing square. You can't see it, but I mashed square when I held square and I put him in a chokehold. So there's another guy coming up, and he saw me, so I'll do the punching combo on him. If I punch him 3 times in a row, he'll get knocked out. Now let me demonstrate. I'm about to die. If I have a ration equipped, I'll actually absorb the ration, and then, I won't die. So I just did a 6-hit combo because I hit him twice with it. But he was knocked out for a minute. So I'll just do it again. A 3-hit combo by pressing circle 3 times. And then when he gets up again, I'll just do it again. And here he is, knocked out. So now I can escape. So I'm just going to hide behind here. I'm just going to stay crouched. I guess I could stand too. So now my radar is back and the elevator is coming down. So I got to get to the elevator, but I can't let any of the guards see me. So I'll use my radar. None of the guards are here right now. So I'll just hop in the elevator quickly. Oh god, I forgot. The elevator actually has a guard in it. So I guess you can see I just used one of my rations, so that's why my life is back completely full. So I'll hide under here. So I'm just gonna wait for it to go back to normal, and then I'll take the elevator. So you can see there's a guard here. When you're crouched underneath a thing like this, I don't think your radar works, so you just have to look around. Okay, so that guy's walking away, so now I'll take this chance to escape. So I'm going to walk over to the elevator. I don't see anyone in my radar. There's a puddle of water here, so I'm not going to walk over that because that'll make noise. So there's a guard in the top right, and now he just left. So now I'll take my opportunity, go into the elevator, and now I'm going up. Now I'm not done yet. I've still got some more things to demonstrate to you. So this is a cutscene, story cutscene. Metal Gear Solid has some long, very deep, very convoluted cutscenes. You kind of, need to pay attention to them. It's necessary. Codec calls too. They're all very, very important. Speaking of codecs, I'll explain something about codecs later. Oh, this is Naomi. Didn't freeze? Oh. Oh no, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, skip all this, but you need to listen. You need to listen and see. I played this game lots of times, but you need to listen to all this story stuff. There's a lot, but it gets cool. You get used to it, and it gets like really good after a while. Lots of story, character moments, stuff like that. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4 has like super long cutscenes. Metal Gear Solid 1 is like short compared to Metal Gear Solid 4. So here I am in the next section. There's the Snowy Shadow Moses section. So over here there are some searchlights, so I'm just gonna stay out of them. Now in the middle there's an item that I want to get, so I'm just gonna go over here and then quickly get it. Shaft grenades. And they saw me. That was stupid. So I'm just gonna run away. Stay, running away out in the corner. I'm gonna use first person view to check if a guard is coming or not. Yeah, there was a guy coming this way, but, he's stupid. So I'm gonna sneak up to, behind him, and I'm gonna demonstrate again how to put them in a chokehold and then snap their neck. Now before I do that, you see whenever Snake walks over heavy snow, he leaves footprints. Now the guards will actually see these footprints, so if they see footprints, they'll follow them, and then, if you're not smart, they'll basically catch you. Did you hear that? He just said, oh, whose footprints are these? So now he's coming, he's following the footprints, and I'll lead him over here too. Here. So I just banged the wall. Just gonna do the hit combo on him because I suck. Years of playing these games and I still suck. So he's knocked out. Not for long, so I gotta, get behind something. But he's gonna see my footprints when he wakes up. So I'll just keep on walking in a circle, I guess. Alright, so come over here, bang the wall. God, how many times am I going to do this? So equip the rations because I'm about to die. I'd save them for boss fights, but I guess you could just use them in normal situations like this. So I got shaft grenades earlier, so I'll teach you how Snake basically uses all of his weapons. It explains it when you hover over the item like this, but I mean, you and reading, they do not go together. So the way Snake basically uses all of his weapons, it all centers around the square button. So the PS3 has like pressure sensitive face buttons. That means that if you hold square lightly, Snake will just hold the grenade above his head. But then the harder you press it, the harder you press down square, he'll basically, he'll start, let's say he has a gun. If you hold square lightly, then he'll just hold it up. But then if you press down firmly hard and then release it, he'll shoot. So it's really clunky and outdated controls, but you get used to it fast. You can see up here, I see it in my radar, there's a yellow thing in my radar, and that's a security camera. So I'm just gonna get to hiding. So this is how you'd go about sneaking around a surveillance camera. Just let it move outside of your field of vision. Or you could use a shaft grenade, which is a grenade that disables electronics, which includes your radar, but also includes security cameras. So I got in here, got some stun grenades, that's cool. I mean, again, for the most part, I just suggest sneaking past them, just not worrying about them at all. There's a guard up here, I see him with my radar, in first person view. by holding triangle. So I'm just gonna go over here. So I'm gonna hop in this truck, why not? And there's a gun in here, a SOCOM. So a SOCOM is basically the pistol in this game. So here's how you use it. So you hold down square to aim your SOCOM. You can see there's a red dot. And then you release to fire. Okay? So you can't like first person aim and then shoot. You just have to hold it down from the top down and then aim and fire like this. So I just killed him. I just shot him dead. This guy too. Okay, I'm dead. So that's almost everything, but I've got a few more things to show you. And then I'll just demonstrate how someone like me would go on about doing this. So if you're ever stuck or you forget what you're supposed to be doing, just press select and then press down, and then your codec will open up. And you can call... Okay, so right now you only have 2 people to talk to, but if you... God, what was I going to say? So if you select Campbell, Colonel Campbell, he'll remind you what you're doing on your mission. And if you select Mei Ling, she'll save the game for you. So just press circle over any of their names.
What is it, Snake?
And Mei Ling will ask you if you want to save or not save. That's basically all Mei Ling does. But Campbell, you call him, and he'll remind you what you need to do.
Snake, your mission is to infiltrate, not to fight. Don't let the enemy see you.
Don't let the enemy see you. Keep that in mind the whole way through, the whole game.
Looks like your cover is blown. Proceed with extreme caution. First, you've got to rescue the DARPA chief. Infiltrate the building in front. Look for some way to get in.
Again, if you're ever stuck or you have no idea what to do, he'll just remind you what you need to do.
Snake, just to make sure, let's review.
If you ever basically need to know anything, just call Campbell. Now, right now, the Snake only has access talking to 2 people. But as you play the game further, you'll get more people to talk to on your codec. You're going to get Otacon, Master Miller, Naomi, Nastasha. You all call them for different reasons. Mei Ling is for saving, Campbell is to remind you and tell you what you need to do. Otacon is like... He kind of just does Campbell's role. Miller is also like a third Campbell, actually. And then, again, if you need to access codec, just press select. And then you can press select again to exit. And if they ever call you on your codec, press select again. So now I'm just going to infiltrate and show you how someone like me would do it. So there was a guy over there. I'm just going to sneak past him. There's a security camera I see up here. So I'll just wait. And it saw me because I suck. And what I need to do is get up and find a way in. So this gate is locked, so I need to climb the stairs and take the alternate entrance. So I'm just running for my life. I don't have any of my weapons, but I know where the SOCOM is, but I'm not going to go get it. I'm just going to go hide again. Maybe I should just take him out. If necessary, you might just need to take out some of the guys. So I just knocked him out, and I'll just hide behind here. See him over there in the corner. I suck. I might just let him kill me. I'm gonna start over. Okay, continue. So I'm just gonna look over, see what I need to infiltrate. Or you just use my radar. Again, it's really not that bad once you get the hang of it. So here's the guard coming in. Might just kill him, actually. So I put him in a chokehold, but he saw me first, so it went to the alert phase. But now he's dead, so when I get out of the evasion phase and get my radar back, then, I'll just start sneaking through again. So that guy's gone. And now there's surveillance camera that I need to worry about. And there's a guard up there. You can see him walking around, so...
Surveillance camera?
Oh my god. Stop looking at the surveillance camera. Okay, walk up here. Up here. There's a guard up here that I saw earlier. You can see him right there. I don't need to worry about him. So whenever they call you, press select.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere.
Again, he's hinting at you, telling you what you need to do.
It's probably a diesel.
Yeah, okay, I don't need to, because I've played this game. Why am I recalling him?
That base.
Alright, press select to exit. Now, there's an air duct here, like he said. So I'm just gonna crouch, crawl, and go through. So that is basically everything that you need to know of how to play Metal Gear Solid. Alright.